When they asked what my blood type was, that was a reality moment.
Yeah. ABC 7's Cheryl Jennings takes us through Afghanistan's minefields at 11.
This is ABC 7 News at 11.
ABC 7's Cheryl Jennings takes us inside Afghanistan for a look at how things have changed since U.S. forces toppled the Taliban. After nearly 30 years of war, Afghanistan, though, is finally beginning to heal. Progress made in some part by the help of a Bay Area mother and her teenage daughter. For years, they've been raising money, pennies at a time, to remove landmines there. ABC 7's Cheryl Jennings followed them inside Afghanistan on a journey of hope to see what has changed in that ravaged country.
This is something few Westerners have ever seen. Afghan girls going to school and playing soccer, something the Taliban forbid until it was forced out of power by American forces in 2001. But the kids were still in jeopardy because of thousands of landmines laid by the Taliban in the 90s and by the Soviets in the 80s.
They were walking to and from school through minefields beforehand, and obviously that's a mother's worst nightmare.
You can make a difference, redesign the tapestry. Stand up and be counted in our children's destiny.
18-year-old Kylie Kuhn, her mother Heidi, and I launched a children's penny drive in dozens of California schools through their San Rafael organization, Roots of Peace. Those pennies went to remove landmines at schools and soccer fields.
It's the children of America who want to help you.
That's our system.
That noise is the sound this metal detector makes when it picks up what could be a landmine. Heidi Kuhn, her daughter Kylie, and I made a choice to walk through an active minefield to observe the dangerous demining work underway.
When they asked what my blood type was, that was a reality moment.
Yeah.
Roots of Peace hired the demining organization, the Halo Trust, to find and destroy landmines. This small vineyard had 26 mines. It was on the front line.
We walked together, all three of us, through a minefield. We were not on the front line of the battle zone between the Taliban in the recent war, but we were on the front line of peace.
We watched the deadly power of just one mine. Here is one of the harsh truths about landmines. They're innocent victims. We met some of them at the International Committee of the Red Cross in Kabul. We met very determined people of all ages learning to use their new prosthetic limbs.
He will get a leg, he will walk, he will work again, so that life is starting again for him.
Most Americans, fortunately, will never have to learn the fear of landmines and experience how those mines completely shut down any progress for the future. Once proud and self-reliant farmers and their families were starving. They had to rely on foreign aid because they could not use their tiny gardens and vineyards. But that all changed after Roots of Peace raised the money to clear the landmines. Roots of Peace is also leading a consortium to help replant and rebuild the infrastructure.
The grapes are not of good enough quality to sell for table grapes, and so they put them into raisins.
But the consortium is changing that and helping Afghan farmers make history. They're on target to harvest and export 800 tons of table grapes. The consortium includes grape experts from the University of California at Davis and a $10 million grant from the government. The experts help teach farmers new techniques.
They'll get better money, higher price for their grapes if they sell them as table grapes.
This country had once been reduced to rubble and refugees, but now is preparing for a harvest of hope.
The harvest will be found.
Powerful look inside Afghanistan by our own Cheryl Jennings. Her reports from that country continue this Tuesday on ABC 7 News at 6. You can watch them on our website at abc7news.com, and you can also look at the photos that Cheryl took in Afghanistan. You can also read her blog. There's also a link that'll give you more information on the Roots of Peace organization. And ABC 7 Cheryl Jennings inside Afghanistan tonight. A Bay Area charity changing children's lives a penny at a time.
And later, our Cheryl Jennings travels inside Afghanistan, where Bay Area children have planted the roots of peace.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6.
Well, tonight we continue our series Inside Afghanistan. Our Cheryl Jennings recently spent several days there following a mother and daughter that are from the Bay Area who have been raising money to remove landmines.
That's right. And they are with Roots of Peace, and they visited 2 schools that helped with money donated by Bay Area school children. It was a dangerous journey, but well worth the risk.
This was our first look at Afghanistan from the air after flying for nearly 30 hours to get to Kabul, the capital. My photographer Mike Clark and I went on a dangerous mission with San Rafael's Heidi Kuhn and her 18-year-old daughter Kylie. They visited 2 schools near the Bagram military base that were helped by donations of millions of pennies from Bay Area school children.
We went over to see exactly how the pennies were used and how much of a difference it made.
The donations for these children were made to the Roots of Peace Children's Penny Campaign. Roots of Peace was founded by Heidi Kuhn in 1997 to remove landmines in war-torn countries. That inspired her daughter, 16 years old at the time, and me, to co-found the Penny Campaign so Bay Area children could reach out to the children in countries like Afghanistan.
Thank you very much for your help.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure to see all this with all the children here.
Tasha Kaur, thank you, from the principal, after he learned that young Kylie's leadership inspired Bay Area school children to donate more than 10 million pennies over the last 2 years. That's $100,000. We were made to feel very welcome. The help they received saved lives and limbs.
They were walking to and from school through minefields beforehand, so we were able to clear the area around the school, creating a safe buffer zone.
Not only that, these pennies put a new roof on the girls' school.
The roof would leak on the children when they're trying to study.
The money also bought swing sets where these girls enjoyed acting up for our camera.
Where's my team? So we've also were able to get the soccer fields, equipment for the girls to play, and soccer goals, jerseys, and the girls seem to appreciate it so much.
Just a few years ago, under the Taliban, girls were not allowed to go to school, and soccer was out of the question.
You know, the girls here are so grateful for everything that Roots of Peace and Pennies for Peace has done for them. The swing sets, for example, and the sidewalk over there, and the soccer goalposts, and the uniforms. They do want a green soccer field. They want a green grassy field, and they also want pens.
Kylie and Heidi told me that request is already on the list. Once they left this group of children, they walked next door to the Bagram Boys' School. There, the principal let the boys out of school to honor Kylie.
With the help of Roots of Peace and the Children of America, we were able to raise the funds to give you guys this nice flat soccer field.
This school is home to over 1,000 students who couldn't play outside the classrooms because the field next door was heavily mined. However, Kylie's Penny Campaign got rid of the mines and flattened the field.
And so now they're just playing soccer with all their might, loving it, and once again we donated equipment to their soccer team as well.
American children like these can feel proud of their donations. Del Mar Middle School in Tiburon started the first penny fundraising drive in 2003. Nearly 100 other schools joined in over the next couple of years. And we even saw kids here looking at a scrapbook sent by students from San Domenico School in San Anselmo.
Just such a wonderful thing that's going on here. You guys playing on an actual front line of a battle. I'd like to present you guys with this football. So, thank you.
Roots of Peace built for them this field, and they are very happy.
Tasha Kaur.